Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel to another episode of Darkfire Heroes, and in today's video we want to look at the best rare gear for your tanks. So we will talk about which gear you should equip to which slot of the hero to make the best out of your tank and make them even stronger. So thank you guys for tuning in, really appreciate it. If someone else is new here, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for free to my channel. Let's start with the tanks. First of all, we will have a look at the gear slots the tanks have, as the most common situation is 1 attack item, 3 defense item, 1 magical item, but there are some tanks where it is different. For example, the first one which you can see here, that is Yilga, with 2 attack items, 2 defense and 1 magical item, but there are some other ones which are even more crazy. Here 1 attack slot, 2 defense, 2 magical slots at Rhyme, and we have Etzan as well, 2 attack, 2 defense, 1 magical item, and Cruiser with 2 attack items and 3 defense item, no magical item at all. So that is really interesting, and if we will talk, or when we will talk now at the items, we are most likely talking for the standard setup, but some other things are working great as well, but you need to have in mind that, for example, Sun and the set of these 3 coins will not work as he only has 2 defense slots. What about the main stats of tanks? Tanks do most likely have a high health pool and 1 good defense or protection stat, such as Rybert with a high defense and a low protection. Like Zephine as well. Yilga has more protection than defense, and there are 2 crazy tanks which I got right now, Ram and Metus, high health and high defense as well as protection, so they are definitely really nice tanks in the game. So what should you now look at the tanks at? In general, you should boost that weakness, for example defense or protection. Let's have a look at Auto, that is protection is the weakness. You should boost the weakness with a flat value to get it better, as the percentage increase will not do that much. And the one which is the higher value, you should increase by a percentage way, and not focus highly on the health pool if one of the tanks got a lower stat. At Ram and Metus it is okay, but for example Auto, if you only boost the health and you will not boost his protection, he will get so much damage by the enemy from magical damage that it is not good to use him. So you need to be clever, and you need to look at every single tank which you're using, and then you can decide whether to equip that item or the other one. In general, at the campaign, most of the enemies are doing physical damage, that's why you can use high amount of defense, but such as the ghosts, they are causing magical damage. You need some protection as well. At the PvP it is interesting, as you need more damage output, so you can use some items which are further boosting your damage of the tank, yes, as well of the tank, and some maybe a little bit more of protection, as the higher your protection is, the less time you waste when you are stunned to freeze. So let's start with the items, and first of all we are going for the attack slots and starting directly into it with the Trollsbane Ring. This is a really great item. Even most of the tanks do have quite a low base damage. It is boosting it up to 40%, and it's giving additional 60 defense as a flat value, which is really nice, as most of the attack items do not boost the defense stat. So it's the perfect item to use for a tank and should be your first choice. If you don't have Trollsbane, and especially at the lower levels, you might use Berserker's Relix if your tank has 2 slots or 2 attack slots. If not, you can use one of the 2, as it is boosting the damage by a flat value, and it might be better in the early game instead of boosting your damage by percent. But most likely go for the Trollsbane Ring. That's definitely your first choice. Coming as next to the defense items. Starting with the first one, that's a Thorned Cloak. We already know that. Boosting plus 120 on this situation. I think 160 is the maximum, and plus 8 damage. That will be especially good in PvP, as it is slightly boosting your damage as well and your defense value. you should use this one for these heroes which have a low base value of defense, like we have seen at Yilga, to make them balanced. And it's especially important with the new damage type, so that they get low damage. Then, as you know, the new damage type is choosing the lower value, and if it is well balanced, you're getting quite the same amount of damage of magical or physical damage dealers. So Dawn Cloak, a good option for further boosting the damage. As next we have Warrior's Idol, and I got it yesterday. It's boosting it's boosting your health pool quite high, plus 8% per level. That's in total as a maximum 32%. That is really, really nice. And as third we have the Shell Totem, which is boosting 1% of your health pool and the defense plus 50, defense plus 50. That is insane, especially equipped to water hero. It's 250 on level 4 as it gets one further level, and 5% health. That is quite nice to use. But let me check, is there any? I don't know, so sorry for looking. Yeah, it is really good at Crusoe as he is a water tank. That's with Shell Totem. There's another one, and you may know it already. It's Mark of Toughness. It's one of the 2 items for the set, and I should still have it here somewhere. There it is, Marks of Health, and that set will give you additional 75 health at a flat value. And this item boosts your defense by up to plus 240, which is really, really high. And that is insane for a rare item, so that's definitely worth to use. And the Mark of Protection combined with the Mark of Toughness, we will come back to that later on. That is the second item of it, for the magical slot, will be really good for these heroes which have a low base value of defense and a higher one for protection, as Mark of Toughness is boosting the defense by a flat value and Mark of Protection is boosting the protection by a percentage value. That is really, really nice. And now coming to, I think, the core set out there, and that is the coin set. Let me check it out. Here we got them, the 3 coins. The 3 coins as a set bonus, quite hard to get as it is 3 items, not applicable to all the tanks out there. But it's further boosting your defense by 90 and protection by plus 180 as a flat value. And that is definitely worth to use until you cut a decent amount of epic items. This set is really, really nice. We have first of all the coin of Escara, coin of Norland, and coin of Escara. Coin of Norland is boosting your health up to 100 and damage plus 4. Coin of Elmony is boosting your defense by plus 100 and health plus 16%. And last but not least, we have Coin of Escara. We have Coin of Escara, there it is, boosting up to 80 health and 80 defense. So the set is really, really nice to use. Quite interesting. Where do I have? There's the coin of Ascara. I didn't see it. So these are the 3 coins, and they are definitely worth to use at every tank which has 3 defense slots. So that's about these 3 coins. Coming now to the magical items, and there we got the Mark of Protection. As first, we already talked about the set. It's boosting the protection up to 48%, so it's definitely worth to use. Usable at every tank, as every tank got at least 1 defense and 1 protection slot. 1 magical slot where you can apply this Mark of Protection. And it's really nice to use, and the additional value for health helps your tank to even survive longer. Coming now to the Book of Wards, plus 240 protection as a flat value on the highest level. Nothing more to say. Every tank with a low base protection, you can apply Book of Wards, it will help him. And next we have the Crater Moonstone, which I got right now on level 2, boosting or getting an additional boost by light heroes, so it's good for Rybat. Protection plus 160 and defense plus 40 on the maximum level, which is insane as well. But all these items which are boosting with flat values, be careful, the later the game gets, the the worse they are, as yeah, the base values are increasing, and maybe a percentage increase would be better. And last but not least, we have Dust of Escara, which I don't have, but you have the picture in parallel, and it will boost your maximum of 140 protection and 40 defense as a flat value, and it's really good for your water heroes, as it gets an additional level when applied to water hero. And I know there are some other ones which are quite nice, such as the Aether Eye. I think it's really good, boosting your protection by plus 180 and the health by 16%. It is really nice to use as well, but it was from a special event. So that's it about your items. For sure, there's the 3 tomes which you can use for supporter the set, but in general these are the good items for your tanks. That does not mean that some other combinations may be better for your circumstance, but this is in general the best things you can apply. So that's it. And now it's your turn, guys. What are your opinions about these items? Do you like them? Do you already collect them? And in the future we will do a video about where you can farm these items, and that's why they are really nice, because you can get them quite easy compared to epic gear. So I'm definitely using those rare gear elements now since quite a long time, and I will keep on using them, as I simply got not that many defense items from epic, well, not epic gear items. So that's it. Hope you have enjoyed the video. If yes, don't forget to like it, and we will see us again in the next video about Darkfire Heroes.